Happy Sunday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 429. It is Sunday, August 31st, 2025. Last day of August. Where has it gone? I have two trees out in front of my windows, and they're starting to turn color, like 2 weeks ago. So, here we go. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. I am going to put you down at the table in just a second, and if you have motion sickness or anything like that, just look away. I'll let you know when I'm done messing around with the camera. Tonight's card is going to be made with new product coming up September 3rd, which is this coming Wednesday. So hold on. I'll be right back. So hopefully everybody is having a great Labor Day weekend. And there we go. Loosening it up a little bit. And oh, it's still a little tight. There we go. Oh, man. And it dropped. There we go. Tightening it up. Okay. I'm going to squish in. I have several new things to show you tonight. And let's see. I'm going to squish out just, that's a little too close. I think that's good. A little bit more. Just a touch. All right. I add some light to the subject. All right. So again, my name is Joy Borwedge. I have an Instagram page at Stampin' for Joy. My YouTube page is Joy A. Borwedge. My online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net. PenguinZ33@outlook.com is my email that you can send if you have any questions, if you need to request a catalog, and my Facebook page is Stampin' for Joy. So what happens is I am recording on my Facebook page, Joy Borwedge, and then I take a picture of tonight's project, and I put it on my Instagram page and also Pinterest. And then I download the video to my YouTube page and to my Facebook page. And if you have any questions on anything, again, just send me a question. Coming up, I want you to save the date, is my event that my friends and I put on, and this is going to be Saturday, November 1st. The website is now open so that you can register now. It is www.thestampinevent.com. You will make 16 handmade cards, and hi Tina, welcome. So you'll go away making 16 cards featuring products from the Holiday Mini Catalog, which is being released this coming Wednesday, and online exclusives. Again, that is also being released on Wednesday. So tonight is just a sneak peek of new product that's coming up. And how you doing, Tina? Welcome. And so get online, and you can read the information about it and register whenever it's good for you. The sooner you register, the better it is for us, so that we make sure that we have enough packets ready for everybody. All right. A couple things to talk to you about. The catalog right now is this one. And this one is the main... Oh, what a chubby little hummingbird. Must be a little juvenile. Anyways, I have two trees, like I said, in front of my window. I live on the 3rd floor, an apartment, and I have been feeding the hummingbirds since we've moved in, and we have quite the assortment. And this little, I think it's a juvenile, and it's just all a little pudged up and probably getting ready to migrate. But anyways, off. So this is one way that, hi Carolyn, so this is one way that you can purchase product in the online store. Go through the regular catalog, the annual catalog, write down what you want, and then punch it in my online store. Now, another way is the online exclusives that are being released coming up in September 3rd, and the holiday mini catalog. Now, this one is what I'm going to be featuring products from tonight. Hi, Carolyn. How you doing? So I went in and I tabbed the items, and these are the things that I purchased from the holiday mini, and I only got one thing from here. I didn't even tab it. Today happens to be the last day for the sale of the in colors from 2025 to 2027. So that would be anything that includes Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. So anything. So it could be ink pads, refills, it could be designer series paper. Today's the last day. All right, then the last chance products, you're going to want to take a look at that. Things have been updated with a discount or even a higher discount in the beginning of August. New things were applied to this list, so take a chance and look at that. And so let's look at some new product that I organized all day yesterday. I got my boxes, and I really tried to stay awake on Friday, but it could not happen. So the first thing we're going to look at is the Traditions label. It is on page 22, and the Christmas Greenery, it's also on page 22, and this is I can't show you the catalog, but if you happen to have one, again, it's on page 22. And now this is a mega suite. So what that means is that there's 2 stamp sets and 2 sets of dies. And so the Christmas Greenery dies coordinates with this stamp set, and the Traditions label dies coordinate with this set, so you can commingle. So it's a really great great suite. Then this is the let's see here, if I could put a dark piece of paper in here. What do I got? Here. I have half a sheet of Petunia Pop, and so this is an actual, it is 6 by 6. So pretend you have a designer series packet paper. So this is a really beautiful 3D wreath, which is coordinated with the family suite, and then the designer series paper. So now this, I just decided to do a little snippet. It's my sampler, so it helps me when I'm putting things together, designing things, to see the front and the backs, and then also the colors that coordinate with the stamp, with the designer series paper. So now it's Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Pool Party, Real Red, Secret Sea, and Gold. And it's specialty paper, so one side, as you can see, has gold in it, and the other side has nothing to do with Christmas. So it can be used for any occasion. All right, and then these are the traditional sparkling gems, again in the same color scheme, Real Red and Old Olive, which to me, you could probably use that with Granny Apple Green. That is Pool Party, but I'm sure Balmy Blue would look good with it. That is Gold. And so I would say lots of pretty colors in there. And this ribbon. Now, I actually haven't had a chance to open up this ribbon. I'm just going to open that up, maybe. Snip that off. Plastic. All right. Ooh, that is beautiful. It is shimmery. And one side shimmery, one side is not. And it is called Real Red. Okay. Well then, it's called Real Red 1/2 inch Shiny Ribbon. And so again, this is part of that suite. Now, something that is not a part of the suite, but it's also in the catalog. This is called Keeping Traditions, and it is the two-tone cardstock that coordinates with this. Caitlin, hi there, little lady. How you doing? So this is from the Memories and More. Kim, wow. Hi, Kim. How you doing? I haven't seen you live in a long time, sweetie. So this is our two-tone. So this is Cherry Cobbler, and this is Real Red. This is Old Olive and Pool Party and Secret Sea. Now, I don't know if you could see the difference between this. This is basic white, and that is White Willow. Now, White Willow comes in that pack. Now, the two-tone is, so you've got Real Red, and then you have a different shade. So you have a lighter shade. So you have the Stampin' Up! Color, and then that's the main color, and then you have a variant shade. And so on the back side, on this one, I embossed it, and then showed the sandpaper technique. So it has a white core, so you can rip it, and the white will show through. Now this one here I crinkled up so that if I wanted to, I could take the sandpaper and sand that as well. And again, it would have kind of like a faux leather technique. And I just left these two alone just to show you. They are not the thick cardstock that our standard cardstock is. They're a little bit lighter. They are great for using in memory keeping. And so that's the reason why Stampin' Up! Wanted to go with the two-tone so that it could be, you could use the techniques in card making and in scrapbooking. So this is one of the, it's called the Keeping Traditions Suite. Now, it is, like I said, on page 22, if you received the catalog from me. Now, this catalog, it's called the Traditions of Christmas. So it really starts on page 21 with ideas, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So this is a really big suite in the upcoming holiday mini catalog. And it's also one of the suites that I will be featuring at the event in November. Okay, so let's get the ribbon put together. Now, if you hear any screaming children, nobody is being murdered. It is at the playground or the pool across the way. All right, so the next thing that we have is on page 37, and this is the Lights of Aurora. And this is a really cool bundle. And so you could say love, light, wonder, and magic. So you are a wonder. Thank you. Embrace the love, embrace the light, embrace the wonder, embrace the magic. Wishing you a year of love, a year of light, a year of wonder, a year of magic. Or you could do wishing you a year of light and magic. So you could do the word and there. Your strength inspires me. Okay, so this is not necessarily a Christmas. Barb, welcome. This is not a Christmas sweet, but it's something that you can use beyond Christmas. And so let me show you the designer series paper. I actually made a little swatch booklet because Leslie, welcome. Wow, I have 5 people watching at the same time. That is the most I've had in a really long time at the same time. Okay, so this is Lights of Aurora. It's a 6x6 designer series paper. And the colors are, yeah, it is. It's beautiful, Kim. This doesn't do, the camera doesn't do it justice whatsoever. So Azure Afternoon, Balmy Blue, Basic Black, Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Petunia Pop, Pool Party, and Very Vanilla. So these are the colors that coordinate. Now, this to me could be used with white. So it is not set in stone. Now the back side is kind of like a whitewash or a water wash. So I think that the designer series paper that went into this, I mean, how pretty is that? And so if this is a little bit loud for you, the back sides are just as beautiful. And let me see if I got that right. One thing I like to say about this one is that there's 8 sheets, or sorry, 6 designs, 8 sheets. I think that's it. So there's 48. No, there's, yeah, 6 designs, 8 sheets, I think. And then there's, I mean, look at this one. Now this one, actually, I did it sideways because it's supposed to be this way. And I couldn't show both of those colors in the same. So I actually went, so to the back side, Lost Lagoon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So yes, there are 8 sheets of each design. So you could certainly do a lot of cards with all of this together. Now this ribbon is really pretty. It's very easy to make ribbon bows out of. It is balmy blue. And let's see if it says anything special in here. Let's see, number 4. Balmy blue sheer ribbon. And you could take your Stampin' Blends and color this in any color that you wish to coordinate with this designer series paper. Okay, now the frosted iridescent dots that coordinate with this are absolutely stunning. We have Highland Heather. We have, let's see, I would say, okay, Berry Burst. Petunia Pop might go well with that. Berry Burst would go really pretty. Now, the kind of the blues and the greens would kind of, like Lost Lagoon and Pool Party would go very well, along with Azure Afternoon. And maybe even Balmy Blue. So, I mean, you could put these on any card using any of those colors, and I'm sure it would like take effect of what those colors are. Okay, and the dies. So now I tried to do something to show you what the dies could do. I didn't get to make any cards. So what I did is, now you got the trees, and so this die, or this piece here, was cut, so I used the opposite pieces. Okay, so like this piece here and this piece here came from the same die, so it could be turned around to go towards your mountains. We got 3 different types of clouds. And so like this here is more of a a rolling mountain, whereas this is an actual real, more pointy mountain. And again, this piece was cut by the same piece. The only ones that really didn't have was the gorgeous grape. That didn't really leave anything for me to sit there and say, well, I could flip it around and do something with that. Because your rolling hills could be two different sizes. So I just kind of wanted to show the colors of what, show you what the dies could do without actually, like I said, I only got my box on Friday. I had to clean up after my stamp camp video, which was 3 hours. So by the time I got done cleaning it up a little bit, I was a little tired to break into my boxes. So now this is also going to be something that you get to play with from me with the new at the new event on the 1st of November. So make sure you RSVP. And let's see, what else do we have here to play with? Could it be the new card that we're going to be making today? Gee Willikers, I think so. Let's see here. All right, I need to take a drink of some lemonade. I'm a little warm right now. I don't know why. So we're going to use the branching out tonight. This is on page 50, and this is just a bundle. It does not come with any designer series paper. It doesn't come with any embellishments. And so what I decided is that this is also one of the things that you're going to be making with, not tonight's card, but like I said, this is the first time I've gotten to play with it, so this is the first card I've made with any of the new product. So we're going to do that tonight, but I want to feature some other things that we're going to be using. Like I said, this does not come with anything. So what I did is I purchased the Early Espresso and Old Olive Linen Thread Pack. Now, we're going to be playing with this tonight, and I guess I should get it out of the bag. But this is also on page 50. It's an online exclusive, sorry. This is the only online exclusive I had a chance to pre-order. So that's going to be in our card tonight. And let's see here. The streaked dots. These are on page 40. And these are really cool. To me, it looks like, and I don't drink coffee, but after you pour your cream in and swirl it around, that's kind of what this looks like to me. So we're going to be playing with the streaked dots as well tonight. And now I have to tell you that I am not a toile person. The autumn toile, to me, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets, and you get 3 sheets of each design. Okay, so you get 3 of this one, 3 of this one, 3 of this one, and 3 of this one. To me, this looks like really bad wallpaper. I bought it for the backside. Okay, now the colors that coordinate are Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Gray Granite, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, and Very Vanilla. Now, this here is called Earthen Toned Metallic. It is on page 40. Now, people say it looks like it's brass. It is not. It is not copper. It's not brass. It's more of a chocolate, if anything. Okay, so I don't know if you could see that in the light. I'm trying to get you, my camera is in the way for me to show you, but it's not brass. It's really not. It's more like it's brown. It really is a brown. And so it's not brass. So don't think that, well, I already have brass. So I'm going to show you that's brass. This is metallic, and this is gold, and this is, I think this was champagne. So this was the card that is Facebook Live number 17 that I am recreating with today's card. Now, if you could see those two colors, this is totally different. Just because it's so shiny, you can't really tell all that much. So I just wanted to show you that that is not brass. It is very pretty. And it's like a chocolate. And so we're going to be playing with that tonight as well. And let's see, anything else that I am missing? I do not think so. All right, so that is the new stuff that I got. And so let's get going with on tonight's card. And I hope you enjoyed my share. And let's see here. Let's move some stuff out of the way. I do have to say, though, that you get 3 sheets of that earthen tone foil. And I was like, 3? Normally you get 2, so I was very surprised. Okay, so let's put this stuff out of the way. And so again, this is branching out. And so just let me show you the dies again. The pieces that we're using are the smallest piece. And there is the... So this is what we're going to be using. We're going to be using the small piece, and then there is a branch, and then the berries, and the pine cone. Now I wish they would have given us one more pine cone, just because when you're double cutting, but they gave us 2 pine cones in the stamp set. I don't get that. Okay. So, and I wish they would have given us 2 berries. So this is how I do my magnet sheet. When this is the Stampin', the glass matte studio. This is the piece that comes with it. Also the chamois that comes with it that cleans it off. Now this is what I use it for, is to keep my magnets from going anywhere, just in case I drop something, they're stuck. Okay, so we're going to use some stuff from the new catalog in our designer series paper setup. Now, like I said, I am not a Toile person. So we're going to use 3 pieces of the back side of the designer series paper, and they are 2 by 3.5, and a piece. This foil really shows your fingernails, fingerprints on here. So this is 3 by 2, and this is a piece of gray granite, and it's 5.5 by 2. Then we have the card, which is a half sheet. It's 8 inches by 5.25, and I scored it at 4. And then we have the early espresso. So this is a quarter sheet, full quarter sheet. It's my back piece. So this is 5.5 by 4.25. And so what I like to do is I like to let these sit here. And if I inspire you to put this product in your shopping cart on Wednesday, then you can come back and say, wow, I really liked Joy's card that she showed on Sunday. Now I know what the measurements are, and I can come back and recreate that card. Okay, so let's take off the measurements, and we will get going here. Okay, so I'm going to grab, first of all, I'm going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we're going to do some die cutting. So I'm just going to move this off the table, and we will come back in just a second with the machine. All right, and we're going to need the cutting plate, number 3, and then our those post-it notes are done, so we can grab some more post-it notes to keep everything going. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these and in that size. So by video I did that. Okay, these pieces I can put back in my box because we're going to cut these down, and then so we're going to take that die and we're going to put this, I didn't want to have to put this through 6 different times. So we're going to put that, we're going to grab that die, and we want one more. Come on, go and pick it up. Because I like to showcase uses than what they were other intended for, so that it gives you more. Come on, stop being a pain and catch in. There we go. That's what I want. And so we're going to put that down, and then we're going to put down the, I was going to say pineapple. That's pine cone. And then put this on here, and we'll put that right there, and this right here, and we're going to put that through. And then we're going to roll that through. Okay. So then I'm going to grab my people poker and clear out the berries which are in the foil. Isn't that beautiful? Probably can't see it all that well, but it is gorgeous. All right, then we're going to lift that off, put that over to the side, grab the pine cone. This is such a little tiny die that you don't want to lose this, and poke through. All right, and then poke out the little parts that stuck in here. I think that came out. All right, perfect. Okay, so then put my lid back on my people poker, and so that is what I wanted. Okay, and then I can snip that off and then use that piece in something later. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing to this one. I'm going to line that up. Oh, that one went so much easier. And I'm going to cut that. Sorry for the wiggling. So hopefully everybody has their holiday mini catalogs. Anybody who placed an order with me from January 2024 through now, or up until July 31st, was it July? Yeah, July 31st, got a chance to get the catalog from me, the mini catalog sent. Now, if you did not opt in, then you did not get a catalog from me if you did not place that order, or if you didn't change that to opt in. On the underneath your profile, there is something about receiving things from your demonstrator. And me, I don't send spam or anything like that. I send sales. Stampin' Up! Does not really let us know ahead of time, really, on their sales. And so if it's like free delivery, you definitely want to know that, because saving any money on delivery is a great thing. Okay, so we are done with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now we get to stamp stuff. Woohoo! Okay, so let's go in and let's see. That is face up. That is face up, and that is this way. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Pearson mat. I can't speak. Words are hard. We're gonna use Early Espresso, and I cut an extra 2 pine cones, so I have a total of 3. And then I cut 1 more berry, just so that you didn't have to watch me go through. And then we have pecan pie, and then we have mossy meadow. And so those are the inks that we're going to be playing with tonight. And so we're going to be doing a birthday card. So whoever wins this card can send it out. This has nothing to do with winter, okay? So I just wanted to keep pointing out that just because the demonstrators that have been around for a really long time, this used to be called the Holiday Mini Catalog, and then now it's called the Mini Catalog from September to December. And so the Holiday Mini is a lot easier to say, and it's not like you don't know. I mean, it basically is from anything that is like late summer all the way through the beginning of the new year. I mean, the Aurora Borealis, those, I mean, I've never seen them in person. I would love to someday, but it would be, you know, something that is very beautiful, and it's a wonder. And to make a card to share it with somebody who has never seen them, you know what? That's kind of next to it. Okay, so we're going to grab the Early Espresso, and because this is a large stamp, I'm going to take my ink pad to my stamp, okay? And we're going to, I didn't mean to ink up the whole thing, but that's just the way it came out. All right, so we're going to stamp this kind of like, how did I do this? I think like that. Okay, there we go. And then this one, we're just going to do the top part coming through, and then we're going to do this part coming through here. I think, yeah, let's go this way. There we go. Something like that. Okay. And then the inside of the card, we're going to ink up. I need to get a new early espresso because this is the felt pad from a really long time ago. And I need to get the foam pad. But, you know, there's so many new fun things to get. This works just fine. Okay, so we're going to grab that, and that is going to go kind of like that. Okay, that's the inside of the card. All right, so then I'm going to clean this off. And I'm just going to move that for a second, grab my chamois. And my chamois, I cut that into 4s just because I want to make sure that I have a chamois. I used to have a cat that would love to take anything foam. And so it's been a habit of mine since Lewis. Lewis is no longer around, but you never know what other tendencies other kitty cats have. So no foam is, all foam is protected in my stamping world. Okay, so then now that we have these stamped, we're going to grab these pieces and we're going to grab the Mossy Meadow and we're going to do the, I'm going to grab the single leaf or the single one. Whee! And that just flung that across the room. That was fun. Let's do that again. Oh my goodness. And so this card would be made for anybody who loves the outdoors. Anybody who likes to go hiking, anybody who likes to go camping, anybody who likes to go for a walk. And okay. I find it's easier for me to move the paper rather than to twist my arm, my wrist so much. Okay. So that is the outside, or the outside bits. Now let's stamp the inside bits. So I'm gonna do this. Stamp straight. Oops. Let's just change that up and make that one a full. There we go. Okay, so that's the inside of the card. And we're going to close that up for a moment and clean that off. Then we'll grab the pine cone. Thank you, Kim. Okay, so the pine cone is going to go, we're just stamping directly on the Designer Series paper. And because of the background and the colors, you will get different shades of the same ink. Okay, then now the inside card. Okay, so that's the inside as we are now. So let's close that up. And we're going to clean that. And then we're going to use the Wink of Stella. And we're going to do the pine cones. Okay, and then we're going to do the pine cones on the inside. All right, now we're going to clean that off, just swirl it around. So then that way it's clean for the next time we're going to use it. And then, okay, so for the greeting on the inside, we are going to say, wishing you a day filled with many happy moments. And that is going to be in pecan pie. Now, we're going to make this a birthday card, but you could certainly leave that off. And it could be like a retirement card. Somebody got a new job. Somebody got engaged. So, very many different reasons, okay? And then we're going to use the Mossy Meadow. And then it's going to say, happiest birthday wishes. And I'm going to put that right there. Okay, so now the inside is done. We're good with that. So then let's clean up the words. And we have one more thing to stamp up. And that would be the greeting for the outside, but we got to finish the outside first. All right, so let's take this and add that adhesive to the early espresso and get that all the way around an even border. Okay. All right. Then we're going to come in here with our other pieces. And actually, I'm going to take those and take those off. Take these off. And I'm going to lay this down where I want it. And we're going to use Mossy Meadow. And then it's going to say, to a very special someone. And tap, tap, tap. Hopefully I can do it straight. Yay! It turned straight. It's straighter than my original card. So woohoo! Yay me! Okay, so we're done stamping now, so I could get rid of this thing. All right, so then now we can grab the silicone mat, because when I like to adhere my stuff, then I know for sure where it's going. Okay, so we're going to put this on, and that is going to go top and bottom, but just a little tiny bit away from the side. Okay, All right, so there's that. And then this one is going to come from over here. I'm going to do my outside edges. Make sure that the top and bottom. And then this one is going to go on dimensionals. So we're going to grab my people poker. I take your pick tool. We're going to go 1. Get over here. 2, 3, and 4. Stab and grab those backings. Okay, then we're going to take that, we're going to put that right smack dab in the middle. Okay, I mean, we could certainly put this on here just like that and just let it go, but we're not gonna. Okay, so we're gonna put adhesive on here. Whoops, no, no, no. Okay, I got a pine cone. No, no, no. All right, so I'm gonna take that and we're gonna line that up with the early espresso underneath. Okay, because when we open this up, we're going to see that on there. Okay, so then here we go. This is going to be fun. I don't have fingernails, so here. Oops. Oh man, glad I moved my. This is the reason why I like to put my. I'm wearing flip-flops, and that would have been very bad if I stabbed my foot. Okay, so let's grab the minis, the mini dimensionals. Okay, so we're gonna put 1, 2, and 3. We're going to stab and grab those minis, the backings. Okay, so then, actually, yeah, flip that, there we go. Okay, so then we're going to put 1, 2, and 3. Right, so those are on. Then the fun part begins. Okay, so what I did was I cut little tiny things from I take your pick tool, goes right up in there and right in there, and then see if I can do something really skinny. And then go here. Okay, so then take those lids off, or the backings. Might have to just kind of go to the corner and then flip up. Get the flap. There we go. Now I'm not going to put it in the same exact spot as where it So it's coming out like that. So I'm going to move it over a little bit. And I can see that one, so I'm going to squish it under there. Okay, there we go. And then I'm wondering if mini glue dots might be better for this one. So let's try it. So we can make like a little booger, a little booger ball. Oh, that's much easier. Just take your finger, roll it up. Gives it a little dimension, and it'll stick down. Whoop, whoop. Okay, you get over there, you little butthead. All right, this one. One more little tiny one. Where'd it go? I dropped it. Right there. Okay. So then, grab that and go right there. Ooh, that worked out. That worked out so much better than cutting these things. All right, roll that up. Another one. Stay. All right, one more. Okay, and all right, so then we're going to take this and flip it over. We're going to slide that underneath there. Okay, tear off the tails off of that, throw that away. Come on, let's go. Okay, then grab the, now what I did is I cut a notch in there so I could always find my twine. Take that and run that through your two fingers, and now it's not so windy up. And we're going to use those again. We're going to put these away. So, okay. Then I'm going to make a double bow. Grab my ribbon scissors and probably right there. I'm going to do these at the same time. So take that, make a bow, go up the center, grab those two, and then lower, and then you can play with it. That looks about right. Don't want it to be too big. A little bit smaller. There we go. And then cut them both. All right. And that's going to get right down there. So we're going to grab the next glue dot in line, and we're going to stick that right there. Squish that mini glue dot so it's hiding behind that knot, and then we'll roll this back up. Oops, my end is wanting to come off, and I'm trying to prevent that from happening. So I'm going to put that right there. If I need to put another notch, yeah, I might do that. This wasn't wound very well. So if I need to put another notch in there, I could just go north, south, east, and west. I've done that in the past. And then that way I always know where my end is without having to lose it. So I'm going to put that back in. And now we're going to grab these streaked dots. These are a heavier dot. The profile is kind of big, I guess. We'll put that right down in the corner, and then we'll put this right there at the top. So we created a triangle. Yes, that foil, Carolyn, is absolutely... Oh yeah, that'd be very nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've seen cards done with that foil, and they just left it and just put a greeting on it. And it's like, that's all you need to do. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. And like I said, people have said it looks like it's brass. No, it's chocolate. So this is the card. So what do you think? Did you look at this? Was this, I mean, for those of you who have the catalog, was this on your radar? So what I did was I gave you another way to use these. So you can make it a square. Any type, anytime. Thank you very much, Tina. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Anytime you have an elongated card, die. I mean, if you wanted to, you can make it this big and put a greeting in there. I mean, it looks like a ticket punch, you know. That's good. There you go. But the stamp set, I mean, I love the font of the hello. So, wishing you a day filled with many happy moments to a very special someone, sent with lots of love from our family to yours. Happiest birthday wishes, friend, hello. Thinking of you brings joy to my heart. Now, who do you know that you can send that to? But like I said, this card, this is the first card that I got to make with something that came in my box. So this will be a card we'll be using this bundle at the event coming up in November. I have to think about it, design it, and we'll see how much fun we have. But again, this is not necessarily Christmas. This is more of an everyday kind of thing, and especially to someone who loves the outdoors. And this could very well be a masculine card. I mean, even with the glitter on it and the foil, definitely. And I have a girlfriend that loves to go hiking. And actually, I have several of them that loves to go hiking. But if you want to get a chance to win this card, do a thumbs up to get entered, or a heart to get entered to win this card. Leave a comment. All you have to do is say hi. That gets your name entered. And if you share this on your timeline, maybe there is somebody on your timeline that needs inspiration. And seeing this video might help them out. So by doing that, you get 2 times entered to win. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Yes, I really, really try. Ooh. Hey, you, get back there. Huh. Well, apparently, I lost its glue part, and it didn't come off. That's funny. There you go. It's going right there, and you are going back on the card. No. There we go. It's not coming undone now. But yeah, I really love to make my inside of the card as pretty as the outside. Because, number one, this is a canvas for your creativity. And you don't want to just stop here, right? And besides, if you don't want to have to say a whole bunch of stuff, the more you put in here, the less you have to write. Oh, man. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with me on a Sunday evening. Hopefully I'll be back on Thursday, maybe with something else new. Talk to you later, guys. Have a great rest of your Labor Day weekend. Take care and happy stamping.